We're good. Welcome to the Bewitching Hour. I'm your host, Joey T. Today's January 30th, 2022. Temperature is 21 degrees. Real feel like 14 has jumped 5 degrees in the last 5 minutes. Time is 9:18 or 8:18, as some might call it. Name of our show this evening is I Like Mowing My Lawn. We've got some updates, but I need to read a disclaimer first. Warning. Ideas, actions, and opinions expressed here are for hilarity only. It is not this channel's intention to offend or infringe upon copyrights. Content is of a mature nature. Please enjoy responsibly. Thanks, management. I like mowing my lawn. Oh my God, it's the ass end of January. Welcome to February, people. Ooh, we gotta. Why are always always for commercials? Excuse me. CNC Incorporated. CNC Incorporated is a fine purveyor of goods and services. Established in the early 90s as mainly a labor-for-hire and landscaping company business, CNC has branched out to also include sign fabrication, moving services, medical imaging, firefighting, fraud detection, foreclosed property upkeep, pharmaceutical representation, food preparation, and long-distance phone service, and much, much more. People vacuuming next door. CNC Incorporated prides itself on quickly getting whatever job you need done and our valued 63% customer approval rating. So call 1-800-888-CINC today to have us consult a job for you. CNC Incorporated is in no way responsible for any lost, stolen, damaged, appropriated, and or urinated on property, and isn't liable for anything or anyone. Payment is required upfront, in cash, in full, and there are never any refunds. All contracts are final and, as always, favor the company heavily. I like mowing my lawn. Some people say I spend a third to a fourth of this podcast. See this over here? This is a match made in heaven. He looks angry because he had to eat this. Notice the hat? We're going to initiate the knowledge here. Propensity. Propensity. An inclination or natural tendency to believe in an inclination or natural tendency to behave in a particular way. I see a propensity for obesity. Oh shit. Propensity. Nobody's splitting the atom here, Marty. I like mowing my lawn. Okay. Before I get into this week's dessert, we're going to talk about last week's dessert. So, apparently, unbeknownst to me, and I shit you not, because we are raw and uncut here and unedited. Last week, when I devoured the cocoa bomb, I was completely unaware of the fact that that is something you put in a hot cup of milk and drink, and it explodes as a cocoa bomb, the name would suggest. I had no idea. It took me 2 days and 8 other people to figure it the fuck out, farg, because I had no idea. No idea. That's why the cocoa dust exploded, because it was supposed to be diluted in liquid. I don't know what the cat shit turd marshmallows were doing, but they weren't helping. Oof. I thought that was bad. I knew that that would be bad, and like I apologize for what people might think of hamming it up, because it's not. And I won't be hamming this one up either. Did you see which one this is? Did you see? Fucking Cadbury egg. This is going to be worse. I got to break out the paper towel again too, because this is not going to be good. I front loaded a little too much with this one, so if I seem slow or not exactly 100% here, it's because I'm not. Because, you know, I had a few Chardonnays. What of it? Hoping to dull my senses here a little bit, because I'll tell you what, right now, well, here's the thing. They got the awesome commercial with the lion and the bunny. And I'm sure their chocolate is good, because Cadbury chocolate is very good. But the middle of this thing, which I haven't had probably, I'd say more than once, is going to be awful. This thing is going to not be good. Just in case you didn't believe me. I don't believe him. Fucking Cadbury egg. It's got this silly paper on it, like a Hershey's Kiss. How many people have died eating or choking on pieces of tin foil with their chocolate? It's a little sweaty here. I won't say the obvious there, but I'm sure you can see it glistening. Is it there? Do I gotta try to hide my hand? Oh boy. Like I said, you know, I said before, it kind of has a shit smell. But let's take a look here. Keep everything nice and neat. Look at this piece of foil. Could have ate that. Oh my God. Got an awesome bite. No, I didn't. There's not much of that is in there. Oh my God. Yo. That's fucking gross, man. It is very sweet. Ugh. You know what goes good with runny chocolatey eggs, spit up in a water bottle and then reheated? It's Coors Light. Well, actually, I take that back. This isn't Coors Light. It's a local brewery putting out a fine, over $4.50 reimagining of Coors Light. I am drinking craft beer that is reimagined as shitty, regular, everyday beer. Overlord's got the timer going up there. Oh. Boy. I like mowing my lawn. What do you think it is that get up to over here, Marty, when you're not around? Fucking wife. I like mowing my lawn. Boy, that is, we're going to have to revisit that. It's like a dead body. You put a sheet over it. Cadbury eggs, not for me. It is extremely sweet. I'm feeling the sweetness, ugh, the middle part, the yolk is what I'm talking about. I wouldn't say it's undigestible, but it's just not. This is not good. America wants to see me smoke cigarettes and drink beer a quarter of the time that I record myself. I like mowing my lawn. You like mowing your lawn there, aviary there, guy? Why do you got black gloves on? Take his hat off, he's got a black head. Cadbury eggs. Definitely not what the doctor ordered. Is it Cadbury eggs or Cadbury cream eggs? I think it's Cadbury cream eggs, spelled C-R-E-M-E, cream egg. That's copywritten. Not our position to infringe upon or offend anybody. Which brings us to our next segment. Get your geography skills up. Now, if you haven't noticed, this episode or part or whatever you want to call it revolves around True Detective Season 1. I can thank Nick Pizzolatto for that. That's Nick spelled without a K, and Pizzolatto spelled with 2 Z's and I believe 2 T's. Pizzolatto. Not even talking about the director. His name's Gary Joji Fukumaga. No, there's a mouthfuls. And so was that fucking Cadbury cream egg. That shit is disgusting. I do not want to finish it. I was dreading doing this. I was apprehensive about it because it's terrible. I don't give a shit about the lion with the bunny ears. He's not eating this shit, and neither is the bunny. January 30th, 2022, come see me in the Sasquatch Den, and we'll do a Cadbury cream egg off. Whatever the hell it is. Whoa. Like I said, I front-loaded too much. But I digress. Get your geography skills up. This week we're going to be talking about a very, very, very small thing. I didn't know there were so many geographical or historical things that end in purchase. Did the Louisiana Purchase. Everybody heard about that. Nobody heard about 2 other guys or 4 other guys they sent out. Excuse me. But tonight we're talking about the Alaska Purchase. I believe it's the land of the ever-rising moon or whatever. I don't know the state motto for this one either, so I'm not even going to try. We're going to bypass that. Oh, yeah! Get your geography skills up. We bought Alaska from the Russians in 1867. We paid $7.2 million for it. Today's money, it's $133 million. Back then, we paid less or about 2 cents per acre. We purchased an area of the country that is not in the contiguous United States, but in, the other part where Hawaii and it reside. And like Puerto Rico to an extent, but it's kind of like a gray area. It's over 500,000 square miles. If I'm not mistaken, the correct number is 586,412 square miles. Was loved and hated, Wasn't exactly popular, wasn't exactly catch me out, but originally organized as the Department of Alaska in 1867. That date is October 18th, 1867. It took a ratification of the U.S. Congress to complete the deal. Seward, who's the guy and the town's named after, he was heavily for it. And honestly, what happened is the Russians lost the Crimean War against the Brits, if I'm not mistaken. America was itching because they knew that was up there and it was trying to open a... Seriously, one of the reasons that we bought Alaska was to try to open up Asian trade. We're closer to Asia, you know, they got the land bridge, or it wasn't exactly there when they bought this, but you know what I'm saying. We're close. You know, as Alaska stands today, we share borders with Russia, Canada, and just down the Pacific. I gotta refer to the notes here. Oh. Okay, so it was in 1867, it was organized as the Department of Alaska. All right? District of Alaska in 1884, Alaska Territory 1912, and the State of Alaska 1959. So it took basically from just after Lincoln, because I don't know who the president was after Lincoln, up until Eisenhower to nail this down. Make it a state. Hawaii came in at the same time. A lot of Americans, a lot of, you know, real strong Americans thought this was a good idea because there's a ton of resources up there. Just the timber alone is, you know, money in the bank for America at the time. It's right after the Civil War. Everybody needs wood. Alaska stayed sparsely populated by indigenous peoples. Some Russians stayed behind, but most left when we bought it. That's right, get the fuck out. But it wasn't until the Klondike Gold Rush in 1896 that the population grew and the financial potential of Alaska was somewhat re-realized. Because right now, like, there's a lot of financial backing in Alaska. The crude oil, Prudhoe Bay, whatever you want to call it. It's insane. Was hated because no point was seen to pay for Alaska. Because Americans thought at the time that Manifest Destiny wasn't worth the price of admission. They would not pay for it because they could just take it. Why should they pay for it if they could just take it? Haters called it Seward's Folly. They also called it Seward's Icebox. And they also called it Garden for Polar Bears. Like, it was considered by some to be useless. Gold wasn't discovered there yet. Yeah, they got the timber and they got, you know, oil, or at least that's at a later date. But, you know, Alaska didn't pay off for years to the average American. I'm not saying me, but you know what I'm talking about. We're going to cheers all federal agents here. That is, unless you have a problem there, Birdface. You look like you're on season 2 of True Detective. I'm talking about season 1 here. Marty Hart. I like mowing my lawn. Was loved because it became a new frontier for Americans and a land rich in resources. So even back then, even though they didn't know it, they thought that the land was rich in resources, which it is. But there was no infrastructure whatsoever. When America bought it, like a year before they bought it, there was like 50 Russians living there and killing seals by the thousands, which for their fur or whatever, like there was nothing going on there. I don't want to say there's still nothing going on there now, but like, I don't know. I've never been there, but I'd like to go because I've heard it's kind of a rainforest and a tundra, and there's a shitload of ocean there. Seward's Folly. Without Seward, we would have never gotten it. America was itching because they knew. Another reason they bought it is because they didn't want Russia or another competing force being right there. It's not like right there, but you know it's like there. Jesus Christ, imagine if Russia was where Canada was. We wouldn't want it there. Seward's Folly. Seward's Icebox. We're going to cheers to all federal agents here once again, just to be sure. You know, they didn't have a state police force till like way the hell after they were a state. U.S. Marshals and federal law enforcement agencies took heavy care of that state prior to it being a state, while it was a state, and up until now. I don't think they have county police there. Like, I don't think they have, I don't think they have sheriff's departments there. Like, Hawaii doesn't have the county police. They don't even have, like, counties, I think. I don't know if it's, like, parishes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's different. It's different. Oh, yeah! Turn this guy's hat around. It's getting a little aviary. Look at the feathers on that. I'm going to try to do it. It's very difficult. I want you to focus on it. Look at his head. If I take his hat off... Oh, shit. Don't fall into the egg cream there. Look at his head. It's blank. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this. What is that made out of? Man, that is gross and it is sweet as shit. And I won't be finishing that.